Story 1. Spending it with my mom. It is her first Valentine's Day since my dad passed, and I do not want her to be alone. Story 2. I ended my engagement with my ex-fiancé after I found him naked with his coworker in the shower when I returned home from a trip. Story 3. Found out my ex-wife has no plans either. I might go over to her place with a bottle of wine and some sweet talk. Story 4. Going with my motorbike friends this evening to hand out flowers to random people. I am wearing a pair of wings as well. I am very excited. Story 5. Going to my dad's. My sister and I are going to play games and drink. Our mom passed away 1 year ago today. We think she picked this day so we can never forget what day it happened on. Story 6. I was craving a meal from a certain restaurant, so I invited my mother out for a Valentine's dinner with me. I am newly divorced, and after many years of bland Valentine's evenings, this will be a special treat. We can catch up, and it makes it a special occasion for her too since she is a single woman as well. Story 7. I went to work and ate some chocolate and messaged Happy Valentine's Day to a few friends and my favorite band member. Story 8. Me, my perky nipples, a pink vibrator, and a bottle of wine are having a solo date in London this evening. Walking through Sloane Square last night, it seemed like almost every other guy was clutching flowers or a gift bag. Story 9. In order to be as pathetic as possible, I am going to save money and not go see the Led Zeppelin movie alone. I am going to eat cereal and a salad for dinner even though I am trying to gain weight. I am going to Alcoholics Anonymous and hope I will still be awake enough to last through an 8 o'clock meeting. Then I am going to bed early and sleeping as late as I can through a sleet storm. And I will starfish across my king-size bed and be happy. Like a complete 180 from my entire 54-year history with Valentine's Days. Even my dad would send me flowers if I was single. We had his funeral last Saturday. Yay Valentine's Day. Story 10. Living my life, grateful for the air in my lungs, the sun on my face, and all the people I love and who love me. Story 11. Currently, I am marching into Spain with 10 regiments of line infantry and whatever cannons Wales could spare. Story 12. The same thing I do every other day. When you are single, it is not Valentine's Day, it is just Friday. Story 13. Nothing special. I may go hang out with a friend at a car event. Who knows? It is just another day for me, and the person I would want to spend it with does not care about me. Story 14. Well, yesterday I got an electrocardiogram to make sure my heart is okay, and today I am having some follow-up blood work done to test for glycohemoglobin, lipids, and a comprehensive metabolic panel. This means I get to skip breakfast and delay lunch until after they draw some blood at a laboratory. All of this is to determine if there is an underlying cause for my extremely high blood pressure, which peaked at 193 over 136, and yesterday it was at 171 over 117. Recently that goes beyond diet and lifestyle changes. Story 15. I got my dog a stuffed box of chocolates that I am excited to give her. I might drop off Valentine's donuts to one of the places I stop at for work. Valentine's Day can be fun if you are single. It is all about perspective. I am excited for these little things today. Story 16. Unrelated answer, but I met my now husband 13 years ago today at a record store. Just being a single girl on Valentine's Day and doing random normal things I do every day. So you never know what is in store for you today. Story 17. We have a lot of snow coming supposedly next week. I am going to spend as much time outside today as I can before we possibly hunker down. Story 18. Having a Galentine's Day with one of my best friends. Running a whole bunch of errands together. Seeing an art exhibit, having dinner, and having a sleepover. I am so excited. I am also very happy it all worked out with our schedule. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there, single or taken. I hope you all have a wonderful day and don't forget to show yourselves some extra love today. Story 19. You can always take yourself on a date. Spend time with yourself and do things you enjoy. There are many activities you can do alone. You can also spend time with friends. It does not have to be solely about romantic love. Story 20. I am going to see Captain America. Based on reviews, I expect it to be average. However, I am not expecting the cinematography of Avengers Endgame. I will enjoy it for what it is. Story 21. therapy appointment, not because of Valentine's Day, then home for video games or a movie. I can tell you I am excited for the next day. It's the special holiday of Discounted Candy Day. Story 22. Smoking some marijuana and working. Then later, I will smoke some marijuana with my nephew and play video games. They are my favorite people after all. Marijuana and my nephew. It's going to be a whole weekend event because we are expecting tornadoes and severe storms, so I am staying in his basement to get out of this mobile home. I wouldn't trade my upcoming weekend for all the romantic partners in the world. Story 23. Head to the local pub, chat with single strangers, cheer them up, have some good conversations, make friends, go home, have some mushrooms, and watch Adventure Time. Story 24. Probably receiving candy and treats with sweet messages on them from about 25 other people. I am an elementary school teacher and Valentine's Day is the worst day of the year. Story 25. Crying, I have been dating someone for a month. She dumped me this Monday. She ran into an old lover and chose him over me. I did not see it coming at all. Story 26. Be my own Valentine and treat myself well. I made myself a pizza and a pavlova. Ate them all and felt great. Story 27. Staying home and playing video games. Trails Through Daybreak 2 comes out today, and I am excited to play it. Story 28. My sister and her husband have asked me to join them for dinner. They said, since you are by yourself. Story 29. I traveled to a new city hoping to find a Valentine, but I ended up wasting my time and money traveling alone. At least I enjoyed the journey. Story 30. Happy it's Friday. Looking forward to some quality me time with my bed. Imagine letting some arbitrary commercial manufactured date for consumerism affect your mood. Story 31. I took my mom to the movies because my dad has never been the one to celebrate anything. She had tons of fun, and I headed off to a Galentine's for a sip and paint event. It was quite fun, actually. Story 32. Cleaning my house, listening to some jazz and having a glass of wine. I rarely drink anymore. Enjoying the blessings I have. I buried my grandpa last weekend, so I am practicing gratitude. Story 33. I am not single, but my partner went to eat mussels with his sisters. I dislike mussels and his youngest sister's cooking, so I stayed home. I ordered Indian food and watched videos online with my cats. It is a legitimate glimpse into the future if he dies before me. Story 34. Spending time mostly alone, away from work with paid time off, doing things for myself and getting things I enjoy, such as roses, chocolate, ice cream, and breakfast pizza. I received some surprise pink roses from my best friend. I placed her pink roses with my red roses. I shared my treats with her and had stuffed crust pizza. Story 35. Not spending my money. Not making up some nonsense about how you are so great when I actually know the person is not a good partner. I am going grocery shopping, and I will get to see all the clueless husbands who forgot Valentine's Day rushing around like chickens with their heads cut off. It will further solidify my horror at the average man and make me happy to be single and not dealing with the nonsense. Story 36. I feel somewhat sad. I have spent the past 2 years actively looking for a partner, but I have come to accept that I am just too old, too unattractive, and completely unlovable. Story 37. You should be doing something that you really enjoy. Time on your own is precious, and you do not realize that until it is gone. Enjoy. Story 38. The same thing I do every day: work, sleep, repeat. I will probably play some games, but yes, maybe congratulate people for Valentine's Day, but that is it. Story 39. Doing a gift exchange with a friend at work. Then working. After that, I don't know. I will probably buy some chocolate and play some games. Story 40. Resting. I managed to slip and fall and hit my head pretty hard yesterday. I am fine, just sore. But it was definitely the hardest I have hit my head so far in my life. Hopefully, it will stay that way. Story 41. Working and feeling more depressed and lonely. I have a record I ordered waiting at home in the mail, though, so it's a small victory, I suppose. Story 42. It's minus 30 degrees Celsius with 60 kilometers per hour winds. And even if it weren't that bad, I still wouldn't do anything. I'm in my 50s, and I appreciate being single more than ever. Anyway, no men would handle me with menopause. Story 43. Valentine's Day with my girls. We are celebrating our friendship with some snacks, drinks, and terrible romantic comedies. Guys should be doing the same. Story 44. Working, going home afterwards to relax with my dog, and watch a movie or three while enjoying a bulty and drinking coquito. I genuinely can't wait. Story 45. Go to work, come home, and go straight to sleep. If I wake up before 9 p.m., I will go to Smoothie King, get something to eat, and then go to sleep. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Story 46. Typical Friday night. Go home, eat a pizza, catch a show, contemplate living, pour a drink, play Xbox, think about not living, pour another drink, blackout, wake up, and run it back. Story 47. Having a normal day while having random thoughts like, I am unlovable for real. Huh? Straightening my wig too, maybe. Story 48. Like most Fridays, I will work all day, be too tired to want to do anything, make a pizza for dinner, watch a movie while cuddling my dog, and hopefully go to bed early. Story 49. Went to work and then went out to catch up with a couple of friends. I honestly forgot today was Valentine's Day. Story 50. Sitting here eating Raisin Bran and watching YouTube. I might go to the arcade later or just stay home and play Final Fantasy, the original, or a Steam Tower defense game. Either way, the sun is shining and I am happy about it. Story 51. Going to my favorite pastry shop to get my favorite treat, having a self-care day, and enjoying a nice dinner for myself. Story 52. I identify as a single person because I am in a marriage where there has not been intimacy for 4 years. I am going shopping to treat myself. Story 53. Waiting for tonight so I can read my book alone in my bed, and it is supposed to rain. It is going to be amazing. Story 54. Rearranging my apartment, relaxing, and playing video games. I'm trying to decide the order now, but I think I'm settling on just bouncing between them based on how I feel at the moment. Story 55. Didn't even know it was Valentine's Day, and neither did my friend. We made plans to get drinks tonight, and then he canceled this morning when he realized it. Pray for that man to get through the day. Story 56. Our local brewery is having an anti-Valentine's Day party for singles. It has the emo vibes, so my friends and I are going to dress up all emo and go hang out. Story 57. Doom scrolling on Reddit. I have some household tasks done by a TaskRabbit. I have learned over the years of homeownership that I should not touch anything related to plumbing. I am getting my hair cut. It is a very exciting day. Story 58. Buying a $200 Panera Bread gift card for myself as they are 20% off right now, and I have one close to my office at work, so they come in handy for my lunches. Story 59. Fake date with a friend. We created characters to roleplay as people having a blind first date. Mine is an Instagram alien abductor girl. Story 60. Spending quality time with my children. We will probably order pizza for dinner and watch a movie together. Story 61. Visiting my mother, going to the grocery store. Then I plan to drink my troubles away and try to get lucky at a bar. Aside from visiting my mother, it is a typical Friday for me. Story 62. Ordered scallops, chocolate-covered strawberries, and Moscato. I will be doing the over-the-top single girl Valentine's Day. Story 63. Buying a gift for my mom and 3-year-old niece. I pray and ask God for a better love life. I will watch a movie on Netflix by myself and be thankful for another year. Story 64. I am not single, but I am in a long-distance relationship. I am going shopping with my brother. We are going to walk around the outlets. Story 65. Welp, I gave my child their items early when they arrived. Lego flowers that they immediately put together and an enamel pin shaped like one of those candy hearts. It is black and says bite me because teenagers. I have no plans for tonight. I had a quick thought of maybe dinner, then remembered why we won't be doing that. Instead, I will relax at home with the puppy. I will call my son who is in another state. Valentine's Day is just February 14th to most people. Story 66. After work, I will be working on some updates for Liquipedia and modifying an integer optimization program that will be needed later. Story 67. Going to work. I decided to treat myself with my favorite activities tonight, though, as a self-care type day. I will go book shopping and buy myself flowers, and then go to a motorcycle show and practice some photography. I am actually surprisingly looking forward to it. It is my first time trying to treat myself the way I wish others would, to incorporate more self-love into my life. I hope it is something that helps with self-assurance, confidence, and independence. Story 68. Pretend I have a wife. We have a great marriage, and it is date night for Valentine's Day. Sad, I know. Story 69. This is my first Valentine's Day since leaving my malignant narcissist husband. So I am going to possibly get myself some wine and definitely enjoy being left alone and receiving 0 gifts that only exist to be held over my head and used against me in future arguments. Story 70. My dog's bark box came yesterday while we were on a walk. He knew what it was as soon as he saw it on the porch. So I gave him a heart-shaped chew toy this morning and asked him to be my Valentine. He is unconditional love. Story 71. Stuck at work for a few hours, but barely anything happens after it rains. So I will leave early. I will go home and load up a game of whatever. I will swipe through Hinge. Story 72. Continuing to develop my plan of action before the Trump administration makes it impossible to escape this country. So just another day, really. Story 73. I will be wishing to receive a loving message from a certain someone. Aside from that, I will just be alone and busy. Story 74. I got the day off from work, so I am deep cleaning my apartment before I sit down to play Civilization 6. Story 75. I was supposed to work today, but they scheduled too many people and told me to stay home. I am going to eat chips and play Hogwarts. Story 76. Everyday stuff. I am going to have sushi tonight. My cats have some fancy food. I am going to crochet and watch a television series or movie with a glass of wine. I am looking forward to it all. Story 77. Apparently cleaning up dog diarrhea, crying about my ex, going to the doctor, crying about my ex, and drinking. Story 78. I bought myself a burrito bowl, followed by a gym session. I might have a little cry, but we have to get through this, so I am not going to cry for long. Then I will do my laundry and sleep. It really is just another day for me. Story 79. Having a girls' day, going to a sauna with a friend, visiting a museum, and maybe going to a happy hour later. We will see. Story 80. Work. I bought takeout food instead of cooking because I deserve a relaxing Friday with the food I craved. Cozying up on the sofa while watching Severance. Story 81. Nothing, it is a misguided capitalist excuse to shame people into spending money so they do not get socially judged. Story 82. Working, then getting Chinese food, going home, getting relaxed, and watching the new episode of Severance. Story 83. Working because it is Friday. Then I will go home, maybe grab some tacos on the way, have a couple of beers, and play some video games or watch a movie. Normal day. Story 84. Same thing I would be doing if I were in a relationship. I cannot imagine being in a relationship with someone who actually thinks doing something special on the day when doing so is at least 2 times as expensive as sensible. We would just pick our own Valentine's Day somewhere else in the year, preferably a date when the weather is likely to be good, so that we do not have to go through this miserable weather just to be stuck in an overcrowded place filled with couples that fell for this marketing stunt. Story 85. Work. After that, take some time and start the new season of Yellow Jackets. All in all, not a bad day. Story 86. My usual Friday night Discord watch party with some of my online friends. We watched Bring It On, Stick It, and The Chronicles. Now I'm mindlessly scrolling through Reddit until I'm tired enough to sleep. Story 87. I work and close today. I will be traveling throughout the city seeing couples all day. I will be making bitter jokes all day. I already got woken up by loud music at 3 a.m. and wishing ill on the person who did it. I really hope he has performance anxiety tonight if he has a girlfriend or is bringing a woman in. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.